Enjoy 1% merchant commission when you accept Lanka Pay cards. Contact these banks today.
Setting a landmark milestone in a 30-year-long legacy of providing quality education to Sri Lanka, the renowned institution network Lyceum International Schools announced the launch of the Lyceum Campus, a tertiary education provider partnered with Deakin University, Australia, aiming to enter a new landscape of higher education. The Lyceum Campus appears on the local education radar, establishing the concept of Education 4.0, unfamiliar yet to the local public, but with a deep impact on modern education. Education 4.0, or blended learning, is the revolutionary leap in the field of education in par with the fourth industrial revolution, where our physical, biological and digital worlds merge to create a reskilled, able generation of modern intellectuals. New technological components of Education 4.0, such as advanced robotics, big data, cybersecurity, blockchain technology, cloud computing and machine learning, are introduced and embedded in the discipline and practice of education to reshape and optimize it, since everyday life challenges push us to the edge, to think differently.
We started our Lyceum International Schools, but then today we we went on to seeing whether we can provide higher education to the youth of Sri Lanka and maybe youth from foreign countries as well. So I hope with our Lyceum team we can do the best possible and help our mother Lanka as well in this instance.
Good evening. So today is a historic day. It was the launch of the Lyceum Campus, and of course at the same time the partnership with Deakin University, our flagship partner at this stage. So through this partnership we will be enrolling students for 4 different programs for Deakin University. So the model is that they will study 1 year in Sri Lanka at Lyceum Campus, where we will be teaching Deakin curriculum, Deakin license curriculum, and then students have the option of transferring to Deakin University, Australia, and study on campus for 2 years over there. So we are starting off with 4 programs from the business school. So that is the Bachelor of Business, the Bachelor of Commerce, the Bachelor of Business Analytics, and the Bachelor of Business specializing in sports management. So this is just the start, and in the future we can see other programs coming through Lyceum Campus from Deakin University and possibly other universities from other countries as well. But for Australia, we will exclusively be working with Deakin University.
Cooperation between good quality education institutions. We know that the value that's going to be created in organisations, we know that the value that's going to be created in a public policy environment, and we know that economic development going forward rests on partnerships that genuinely lead to connections in education, leads to global partnerships, leads to global opportunities for students moving forward. The partnership that we've forged with Lyceum represents the best of both worlds. Students will start and commence a first year of study here in Sri Lanka with Lyceum. They will form those networks amongst a very close cohort. They will be exploring and developing their understanding of the business situation in Sri Lanka, and then they'll translate that work when they move to Australia and study with us at the Deakin Business School. And that means that they will be able to form that understanding of how the global environment is playing out and what those opportunities are moving forward. From an economic perspective, we know that that type of education, we know that that type of activity is critical for economic development in both places. One of the things that's most special about the Deakin Business School is we don't just talk about global education, but we do actually strive to form decent and proper interactions within the classroom between those of different cultures, as people share perspectives, as they collaboratively solve the problems of the world, whether that's around organisations, whether that's around sustainable development, whether that's around innovation, whether that's around creativity. The developments of the future, the organisations of the future will come from that shared understanding and those global perspectives.
Well, at the present time, about 400,000 students, advanced level students, pass. They are qualified to proceed in the higher education. But the state universities can provide only for about 40,000 students per annum. So you can see about 160,000 students who are qualified to proceed in the higher education sector are left behind. So that's why it is very important that private higher education providers step in and help these students to develop their career path and future education.
For more latest news, subscribe to FTTV.